Good morning and welcome to another vlog, my YouTube people. Crazy screaming over there, playing with the dog and her toys. We are back for another vlog. I appreciate you tuning in. It's already 11:15. I just got done cutting my hair. So Ariana and I are hanging out on this wonderful Thursday morning. My wife should be home in a little bit. Today is leg day. I will get to the gym, get a leg workout in. It's 11:15, like I said. I'm still fasted. With her coming home early, I do want to train fasted to make sure I get the most fat burn for the work I'm putting in. And to do that, it's best you don't have any food in this system. So yeah, we're going to train in about probably an hour, hour and a half, around 12:30, 12:45. Get the leg workout done, get to my parents, clean out their gutters for them, and yeah, try to make their life a little easier that way. So with that said, thanks for tuning in. I am going to hang out with Ariana for a little bit. She's a monster, and I'll check in with you guys here shortly. Gym time. All right, everybody, so I'm done with my leg workout, and then I did 10 minutes of Stairmaster right after. Stairs after was a good / bad choice because my legs were shaking. I could feel my hamstrings like tightening every time I took a step, and I had that speed cranked up pretty good. But anyways, so let's dive into the topic of this video. Should you, or when should you do IIFYM dieting if it fits your macros style of eating? So you know, in all honesty, any diet you do or any way of eating lifestyle you partake in should be a form of if it fits your macros, right? The only way to know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing is to track your macros, set targets and track them. So with that being said, with my life highly revolving around low carb ketogenic eating, I would say if it fits your macros style of eating is good for a couple reasons or in a couple circumstances. One being if you are scared of trying the ketogenic diet and you're looking for a way to ease into it, you should obviously do your research. You know, read things online, search YouTube, keto vloggers, whatever it is you need to do to get comfortable attempting that lifestyle, do that first. But secondly, you should use if it fits your macros to set targets, right? So if you're afraid of jumping straight into ketosis or the ketogenic diet, I would say set your macros to a low carb type lifestyle where you're still getting about 100 to 130, 40 grams of carbs a day. That's probably only a third of what the average person is getting now on the SAD diet, the standard American diet. So set your macros to low carb and then, you know, up your fats because you don't want to mix fats and carbs too much. So I would say, you know, if the recommendation now is for people to get anywhere from, 40 to 50 grams a day, maybe go up to 100 grams of fat, go up to 120 to 150 grams of carbs, and then obviously you need to set your protein first, 1 pound per pound of body, or 1 gram per pound of body weight, and then set those other macros around that to try to find your macros diving into keto. And then after you figure that out, that's the hard part, right? Because to do keto, you need to learn to track your food. So you set yourself a moderate goal, a modest goal. You learn to weigh your food on a scale, track your food, enter it into MyFitnessPal or whatever carb manager you're using, and see how successful you are with it before you dive into ketosis and the ketogenic diet. I think another way, if it fits your macro style eating / flexible dieting lifestyle will work, is if you've been keto for a long time like myself and every once in a while you want to enjoy sweet potato with your kids at the dinner table, or they make you cookies and you want to eat them. I think allowing yourself some flexibility and attempt, you need to try to plan those days, because again, you can't have high ketogenic style fats with high carb days, so you need to obviously change your macros for those days and make sure you hit those targets. But there can be days where You know, my carb macro is around 200 grams. My fats are around 70 to 90, and then my protein makes up the rest, which is generally about 200 grams as well on those days, just to get that satiety feeling, so I'm not overindulging in fats while I'm having some carbs. So I do plan that out when I decide I'm going to have a flexible dieting type day. I think it's awesome. It lets me get in the foods that I've missed for, you know, 2+ years now. Not that I need to have them. I don't feel like I need to have them, because every time I go to flexible dieting, if I am going to try it, it's hard to remember what it is to eat low-fat foods. I like, even my chicken breast, it's like, okay, well, I'm having chicken breast, that's low-fat, but normally I'm having avocado with it, I'm putting olive oil all over, I'm cooking it in butter, I'm wrapping bacon around it, and to not do that anymore, you know, the food doesn't quite taste as good. Again, If It Fits Your Macros is a great way to start testing your ability to adhere to your diet goal and your diet plan that you've set for yourself. It's a good way to teach you how to track macros and weigh your food and that sort of things, grams, ounces, whatever it might be, and get a feel for what that is, how that looks on your plate. And then again, I think it's a great way to flexible diet and still say, you know, okay, well, I've had whatever, this amount of carbs or protein, I have this much left. Can I use it on a cookie? Can I use it on a bagel? Now, obviously, those sort of things are going to knock you out of ketosis, but if it's temporary, if it's minor, if it's for the short term, then, you know, what's the long-term harm is probably not going to be that bad. If I can flexible diet up to 125 grams a day of carbs, I think I would consider that low carb living, as most people would, and especially when those carbs and proteins and the fats I'm getting are still in paleo form, right? Because the best diet, in my opinion, on planet Earth is the ketogenic diet mixed with paleo. So the paleo standards of, you know, no artificial anything, whole foods, barely any dairy, and I honestly, for strict paleo, I don't think they have dairy at all. Obviously, still spicing your meat and seasoning your meat, I think, is okay, and maybe even using oils. I'm not really sure about that, but if you can mix that with high healthy fat and low to moderate carbs, I think those two combined are probably the best way of eating for a lifetime. So when you consider how many days you might have left in your life on average, having a couple days of flexible dieting won't hurt in the long run, as long as, again, you've taught yourself what proper eating looks like, what real foods look like, how to track your foods, what you can get away with, what you can't get away with. As soon as you know all that, the world of food has kind of reopened to you, and you can dive into and sample whatever it is you probably want to, knowing full well you know how to get yourself back on track for whatever goal it is you're after. So yeah, that's my 7-minute rant. I'm gonna go home, jump in the pool with the girls, and I'll see you all there. Look at this crazy sea otter. Go get her, Callie. Go get her. Just spent the last couple hours in the pool with the girls, which was a great time. Now I'm heading to my parents to clean out their gutters for them. They are always helping us around the house with remodel projects and such, so no better way to pay it forward than to go help out, especially with hard work like cleaning out the gutters, work they shouldn't be doing. So yep, that's where we're headed. I'm gonna go get that done. Vlogging from the top of my parents' roof. Look how tiny the cars look as they go by. Alright, time to get these leaves done. Okay, round 2. Seriously went up there, grabbed the blower where I put it up on the roof, and there was no power. The outlet had to be reset, so climb back down, and now I'm climbing back up the roof. Luckily, my parents have this awesome little low overhang. Seriously, barely, I mean, it like goes all the way down to my waist, so I can easily just climb up, get on, go over the roof, because I'm not one for heights. So the shaky ass ladder, not my favorite, but gonna jump up and get going. Woo! And we're done. Time to get off this roof. Ugh. 4 p.m. in the afternoon. on a Florida day. Like, look at that. No clouds. Straight sun. Bad choice. All right, so I am at work. It is just about time for the model to open, but I want to wrap up this vlog. Obviously, the night kind of got away from me. I didn't finish putting this together last night, so here I am doing it early this morning at work. Before I do, I want to say thank you for sticking with me this long. If you have, please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I hope you like the content of this vlog. If it fits your macros, dieting, flexible dieting can be great for people who struggle with tracking their food. You really need to focus on tracking no matter what lifestyle it is you're doing when it comes to food: paleo, keto, low carb, high carb, low fat. Obviously, if it fits your macros, Mediterranean, whatever it is, you need to make sure you use an online calculator and find your resting energy expenditure, so that you know how many calories your body needs for maintenance at rest. And it's not going to be perfect or exact, but it can generally give you a good idea as to what you should be taking in every day calorie-wise. And then from there, you should be calculating your macros based on what diet or lifestyle you'd like to try: keto, low carb. Make sure you set your protein first, around 1 gram per pound of body weight. I can't stress that enough. And after you set your protein, then you can kind of adjust your fats and carbs from there. So keep that in mind when trying flexible dieting, if it fits your macros. I guess in theory you could kind of fit a donut into your day anywhere, no matter what diet you're doing. Just know if you're doing keto, it is going to knock you out of ketosis for the short term. So again, that's it on if it fits your macros for the time being. I'm going to get my day started. I appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you in another vlog soon. Peace.